What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, if you want some Nvidia stock, the good folks at Mumu Brokerage is willing to give you some Nvidia stock if you open up a new Mumu Brokerage account. You make a deposit, you will qualify for some Nvidia stock. Nvidia is the most valuable company in the world by market cap, over a $4 trillion market cap. First link down in the description box. Go check out that Mumu offer. Open up a new Mumu account, make yourself a deposit, get yourself some Nvidia stock. Well, guys, today I want to talk about Nvidia along with some other companies. Stock market is not doing as well as we would like it to do today. The Dow slightly up, but the Nasdaq and the S&P are struggling, led by the most valuable company in the world by market cap, Nvidia. Here's the headline. The Dow raises to fresh record, but Nasdaq falls, led by Nvidia. I never thought I would be saying that, but Nvidia is starting to crash a little bit. But here we go. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose to a record high Tuesday, thanks to strong gains in Home Depot, while the Nasdaq Composite struggled as Nvidia led the chip sector lower. The 30 stock average traded 103 points higher, or 0.3%. The Nasdaq, however, shed 1.1%, while the S&P 500 lost 0.3%. Shares of several big-name chip makers declined during the session, putting pressure on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. Nvidia shares dropped 2%, while Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, and Broadcom slipped more than 4% and 2% respectively. The Van Eck Semiconductor ETF shed 1%. Other major tech-related names such as Tesla, Meta, and Netflix were also under pressure. Can someone say rotation out? Perhaps. No expert here. You go out and do your own homework, come up with your own conclusion. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not trying to play one on YouTube. I'm simply reading you an article from CNBC about the market today. So make sure, if you're not comfortable making your own decisions, go out and get yourself a professional, licensed financial advisor to help you make decisions. Home Depot shares rose 3.7%, driving the price-weighted Dow after the home improvement giant maintained its full year outlook. That's pretty dang on good, because when you look at Home Depot, guys, that gives you a good swath of America when it comes to retail, right? You can go to Home Depot and pretty much buy anything related to consumer goods, right? So Home Depot is saying, listen, we're not cutting our full year guidance. We got a great outlook for the rest of the year. The market liked that, at least the Dow liked that. To be sure, its second quarter earnings came in below expectations. Investors await earnings from Lowe's, Walmart, and Target, set to release later this week for insight on how the consumer is faring amid a mixed inflation outlook and evolving U.S. trade policy. Wall Street is also looking for clues from Powell, that would be Jay Powell, right? Fed chair, as to what will happen at the central bank's remaining policy meetings this year. Central bank officials from around the globe will convene this week in Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the Fed's annual economic symposium. That's going to be big news, guys. We got to pay attention to that. That's going to set the direction for the rest of the year. I still believe the Fed will reduce rates in September at their September 17th meeting. I also believe they will reduce one more time before the end of the year, but that's just my opinion. The Fed funds futures market is indicating an 83% chance for a quarter-point rate cut at the Fed's next meeting in September, according to CME's FedWatch tool. Tuesday's moves come after a mostly quiet session. The S&P 500 closed less than 1 point lower Monday, sitting inches below a record high reached last week. Friday's Jackson Hole speech is likely an inflection point for markets, as we believe Jerome Powell will signal that rate cuts are likely at the upcoming September meeting. This is coming from a partner of New York-based wealth management firm Pioneer Financial. Over the near term, we believe the stock market is fairly valued, even with its massive gain from the April lows. This is coming from Schwartz, that guy that works for Pioneer Financial. Valuations may even have more room to expand as we move into the back half of 2025, as investors will at that time start to price in at 2026 earnings, which are expected to improve thanks to the potential for lower interest rates and improved tariff clarity. So there you go, guys. Even the experts believe the stock market will continue going higher. Now, again, that's all speculation. No one has a crystal ball. No one knows. But the experts believe the market will continue to go higher, fueled by rate cuts, which will even push that optimism into 2026, where they expect more rate cuts. I'm very excited. I've been at this for a long time, and one thing I've learned, in my opinion, about the stock market is the whole point of it is to go higher. Now, that doesn't mean it won't have periods of consolidation and correction. It will. That's healthy for the stock market. But ultimately, the only reason the stock market exists is to go higher, guys. That's what I've learned over the last 30 years. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not trying to give you financial advice. I'm just letting you know, go out and do your own homework and figure this thing out. If you want to be wealthy, you got to think like the wealthy. That's my opinion. You come up with your own conclusion. Like I said, if you want some Nvidia stock, the good folks at Mumu Brokerage, that first link down in the description box, if you open a new Mumu Brokerage account, you make a deposit, you can qualify for some Nvidia stock, guys. Most valuable company in the world. Don't miss that opportunity. Check it out. First link in the description box. Second link in the description box is the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon, guys. Come join our fast-growing community on Patreon. We got over 2,000 wealth builders in our community, and all we do in that community is help each other build wealth and get to passive income. If you want to be a part of that team, click on that second link. It'll take you over to Patreon, and come join us. We'd love to have you. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.